It's back o'clock, baby.
It is, in fact, time to be back o'clock.
I'm going to do just a little bit more. I'm looking around for some trainers to get just a little bit more XP, and then we're going to go attempt the fighting starbase.
A rematch, as it were?
A rematch, yes, indeed. I've done a little bit of training off stream, probably not as much as I should have. That'll be okay.
The one thing that gets me in this zone is you're like looking for trainers, and suddenly a Bisharp pops in. You're like, oh, a man! But that's not a man. That's a Pokemon.
It's a sharp-dressed man.
There's a girl crazy about a sharp-dressed man.
Is one of the trainers like on a mountainside somewhere?
They're like
there are several kind of in the mountains.
Yeah.
I'm missing one.
The zone in this includes like the kind of mountains that surround this area. I missed several in my.
It's a lot easier to get the achievement when you can climb like that.
Yeah. Also, back o'clock and all that bullshit.
Indeed. It is back o'clock and all of that bullshit.
Now that we've got everybody here, I had a little activity that I wanted to run by you while we're letting Rusty do his little playthrough here.
Yes.
So I came across a Tumblr post the other day.
Oh.
And I wanted to just go ahead and read it for you.
Okay.
The Tumblr post reads from user Vegetables. If you're transgender and need name ideas, may I direct you to the NATO alphabet? Because, like...
Oh, okay, yes, I saw this post.
Delta, November, Echo, Romeo is like the butchest name. Please consider Foxtrot. Being named Whiskey would be cool as hell. I know multiple trans masks who are a bit too into English lit and are now named Victor. I've met people named Sierra who are trans in every direction. Maybe don't name yourself Golf. I broadly... I don't necessarily agree with every conclusion that this person has come to, but broadly I agree that there are a lot of potentially good names for a trans person within the NATO alphabet. So I have pulled up a little tier list, and while Rusty's playing, I think we should go through the NATO alphabet and decide which names, which would make for good names for a trans person, and which ones would. I want to start off by stating that the three of us are cis white men, so, maybe take this with a grain of salt. But broadly, I have created 5 tiers for them. Top tiers, of course, great name. It's a name that would be a great name for a trans person. A tier is an okay or unique name, which is, all right, you can have that as a name if you really want to. I'm kind of, broadly, I'm kind of against, like, zany names. Tragedy-type names especially. And that's tragedy with the D-E-I-G-H-T.
Right, yeah.
We've all seen the subreddit.
Mm-hmm.
But you could name yourself that, and that's perfectly fine. C tier is, or B tier, sorry, is maybe a nickname, that may be a good nickname, but maybe not a great legal name. D tier is only name yourself this if you're from a very specific culture. That's C tier. S tier is great. A tier is okay. B is maybe a nickname. C is only if you're from a specific culture. And then D tier is maybe don't name yourself that.
I would like to request a name change for D.
Yeah.
I think we should have a tier that's a dog's name.
That's kind of actually what I was thinking of. Maybe as a nickname is kind of softly our. That would be a name for a pet and not necessarily a person.
Okay.
But I think we should just kind of dive into it. Starting, of course, with Alpha or A.
So I would argue that Alpha is a maybe don't.
I could see Alpha being it's A tier. You can name yourself this if you want, and it's a bit of a pick-me name, but there's nothing wrong with the name Alpha.
Oh, I totally disagree.
There's kind of like the like I'm an alpha male sort of deal.
Yeah, like I would. Well, I think it's really funny for especially like a trans femme to do that. That's extremely funny. I would still say, hey, maybe just stay away from that entirely. So I would argue that it's a maybe don't.
I was thinking A tier is probably a good.
So that's a throw it up to Rusty.
Yeah, I guess Rusty, you're the tiebreaker here. What tier should Alpha be?
That's a dog.
Okay, so you think it's maybe a good nickname, but not necessarily should be somebody's legal name.
Yep.
Well, I feel like somebody's some dude bro who is gonna nickname their dog Alpha, but whatever.
Okay, that kind of splits the difference between us, so I think we'll put
I think
Alpha is a good nickname, but not necessarily
or some dude bro who's gonna nickname their trans femme girlfriend Alpha.
Next is B, Bravo. And I personally think that this probably also belongs in that. Maybe that's a cool nickname.
Yeah,
that's a dog.
Not necessarily a good. I could see an argument for that's a kind of a unique pick-me name. But
no, I would.
Think we all kind of agree that's maybe somebody's nickname.
Yeah.
If your personality is drama club, maybe,
but like I said, that I could see an argument for that being a pick.
Yeah.
C is Charlie. Charlie has to be S tier.
Oh yeah.
Sorry. Charlie is a fucking great name.
Yeah, phenomenal.
Charlie, you can spell it with an I. You can spell it with an IE. If you're fucking a monster, you can go EY.
Yeah.
But
Charlie is such a great name because
it's a genderless name.
Yeah,
I know male Charlies. I know female Charlies. It's a great name.
Oh yeah.
You can nickname yourself Chuck, which is also pretty great.
Yeah, Chuck is great.
Yeah.
You
could go the entire spectrum. You can go with Chuck. You can go with Charles.
Yeah.
I think that one's...
Char is a cool pet name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's similar to Charizard.
Yeah, Charizard. Boundless potential there.
Yeah.
Charlie's the best name on the list, in my opinion. Just fucking great name.
Yeah.
Next is D, Delta. And this may be a bit of a hot take, but I think Delta is actually an S tier name.
I concur.
I know it's not like a very common name, but it literally means change.
Yeah.
Okay, I was thinking A tier, but you convinced me.
I mean, it's a great. If you were a trans person, consider naming yourself Delta, just because again, it literally means change.
Yeah.
And maybe that's presumptuous of me to as a non-trans person, for me to say, this could have a lot of meaning to you, but this could have a lot of meaning to you. All right. Next is E, Echo. This feels a bit like a pick-me name.
Yeah.
I don't know. It feels like if the identity, this is about crafting your own identity, right?
Yeah.
And this feels like you're trying to craft a manic pixie dream girl identity.
Yeah. Which again kind of leads me to if you really want to feel like you're a unique little guy,
or a manic pixie dream boy,
or you watched
there's the Marvel show.
The Marvel show, and you're like, oh god, that person's hot. But I think that's a solid A tier. I think that's a solid. It's not I don't think it's I don't think it's.
It feels like a little bit of a picnic.
I don't. Yeah. I don't think it's the best name here, but I think it's. You could definitely do worse.
Okay. Next is F Foxtrot. And this is one of the ones that the original post was advocating as a great trans name. I don't know
I think
if I necessarily agree that this is an S tier name.
Were they conflating trans with furry? Because I think that's a great furry name.
Well, a foxtrot's a dance.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's an A tier. Again,
It feels like a pick-me name to me.
you know, it's not a bad name. It's not a great name.
Again, like I said, I may even I could see an argument for this being like a nickname, but
Yeah.
yeah. Like I said, I'm gonna put this in the pick-me tier.
Yeah.
G Golf. Maybe don't name yourself Golf.
See, I love the idea of naming yourself Golf.
Maybe don't.
I'm
name
not
yourself
gonna.
Golf.
I'm not gonna argue. I'm not gonna argue for it. But I love the idea.
Golf is bad.
Yeah, maybe don't name yourself Golf. H Hotel. I'm gonna say maybe don't
Also,
name yourself Hotel.
don't name yourself Hotel.
Yeah.
India is one that I think should go in our very specific culture.
Okay. So yes,
I know that India is not an unheard of name.
I was gonna say it is a name.
Yeah.
I think that you should definitely. Especially if you are like.
As a cis white guy.
Yeah.
Being an expert in being a cis white guy.
Yeah.
You need to be from a fairly specific culture to name yourself the word Indian.
Yeah, I think I absolutely agree.
Next is J. Juliet. And I think this is an S tier name.
Sure.
That's just an actual name. Yeah, a little Shakespearean, but that's fine.
Yeah.
I've known several Juliet.
Yeah.
And I think it's a perfectly fine name.
I think again, I think it's a little English lit,
Again,
but
you can tell your parents were a little frou-frou.
but
if
I
they
think
made
it's
you
fine.
Juliet,
Yeah.
but there's nothing wrong. K Kilo.
Okay, so again, I think Kilo is a hilarious name,
That's a dog.
but I would put it in maybe a nickname.
The highest this gets is nickname.
Yeah.
And possibly.
And I think Kilo is kind of a sick nickname.
We'll go ahead and put it in the
Yeah.
nickname tier. But like I said, I can definitely see an argument for maybe don't.
Yeah.
Next is L Lima. Maybe don't name yourself Lima. Does anybody have any arguments against not naming yourself Lima?
I know somebody who smash tags Lima, so I mean,
I always thought it was Lima.
I think it is a potato sort of situation there, but
yeah.
I think Lima is a dog, but Lima is just kind of like what?
Yeah, like I said, maybe don't name yourself Lima. Next is M Mike, and who doesn't love Mike?
Mike is great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again,
if you're a trans mask, Mike is a great name. Pick Mike.
If you're trans mask, you're going to blend in great with the name Mike. If you're trans femme, you're announcing to the world that you don't intend to blend in, and that's okay too.
Yeah, like I said,
Mike is great.
Well, like Mike could even be like you could make the argument that it could be a Micah even.
Yeah.
You can.
It could be a nickname for a Micah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Mike's a great name.
Yeah.
Next, Oscar. And I like the name Oscar.
Yeah.
You're gonna get called Oscar the Grouch. You have to. If your name is Oscar, you're gonna get called Oscar the Grouch. You just kind of have to accept that about it.
Not always, but it's when you are being grouchy, people are gonna be like, ha 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 ha. Yeah. But it's not like it's gonna become your always nickname.
But yeah.
The other one is the other nickname is to be Wilde, but Oscar Wilde. But
and queer people love Oscar Wilde.
Yeah.
But yeah, Oscar.
Okay. Maybe me to you, just brother to the brother here.
Speaking on behalf of queer people.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yes.
I know a lot of people who have a deep love of Oscar.
Okay, this next one might be a little controversial.
P for Papa.
S tier.
Papa is not it should not be somebody's legal name.
Disagree. S tier. Name yourself Papa. Queens. Go off.
This should be a nickname. Don't legally name yourself Papa.
But I like it when they call me Big Papa. Nathan?
I do like it when they call me Big Papa, but again, that is a nickname.
Like, if you name yourself Papa, that is the biggest dick energy. I will concede that, but I'm gonna go ahead and put it in the nickname.
Perfect name for a trans femme. Papa.
Hugh Quebec.
I think this is an A tier. It's
Are you French Canadian?
I was gonna say I could possibly see putting this in the specific culture tier.
yeah.
It feels a little pick me. There are people with geographic names.
Yeah.
So it's not like unheard of. But I think
I would say A tier.
we can put it in the unique name tier. Let's do it. R Romeo. So I think the is this an S tier name or is it an A tier?
Okay, so they brought.
I feel like if we put Juliet in S tier, we also have to put Romeo.
Yeah,
in
this
there.
is S tier to me. This is not any different than Juliet.
Yeah. Again, I think Romeo kind of has a little more romantic connotation, fairly or unfairly.
Yeah.
But yeah, sure. Name yourself Romeo.
Yeah.
That's great. S Sierra. Sierra is just
That's an S.
Yeah, that's an S tier name.
Yeah.
Literally an S tier.
Yeah.
Name yourself Sierra.
Yeah.
That's fine. I know several Sierra.
Yeah.
And it's a perfectly fine name. T Tango.
It's gotta go.
I just now realized that the NATO alphabet has two dances.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we put Foxtrot in that.
Unique,
I think Tango.
Name. Tango is a unique name.
Yeah, I think again.
I agree.
It's a little.
It's a little pick me, but
Yeah.
I could see modern day moms naming their kid Tango.
Yeah.
Maybe a little more of a dog name. But,
Yeah, this is a dog to me.
But I'm gonna say let's put it in the unique.
Okay.
Uniform.
Maybe don't.
I'm gonna say maybe don't name yourself Uniform.
If you are, don't name yourself after being the same as everyone else.
Yeah.
After the concept,
even like ironically, that's just like
after the concept of sameness.
Maybe don't name yourself Uniform. Next is V Victor.
Oh yeah, that's.
Yeah, Victor's great.
Yeah, Victor's a great name.
I
could see people arguing it as a bit of a pick me English lit name, but no, Victor's a great name.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with Victor.
Yeah.
I knew several Victors.
Yeah.
W Whiskey. I know the post was pro whiskey, but at best, I think this reaches nickname.
This is a dog.
Yeah.
I'm okay with whiskey as a name, but you both are in agreement. I'm not gonna fuss.
Okay.
Maybe a nickname.
I think it's a funny name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I can kind of see an argument for a unique name.
Yeah.
But, X-Ray. Again, it's a cool nickname.
Yeah.
But
that's a nickname.
I literally know a dog named X-Ray.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's literally one of the kids from Holes.
Yeah.
Is nicknamed X-Ray. X-Ray. Yeah. So yeah, that's Y Yankee. I'm gonna say maybe don't.
I think that one goes to the maybe don't. There are a lot of connotations.
Yeah.
And
I mean, how much do you really love baseball?
Yeah.
Or the Confederacy?
Well, to be fair, that is the one thing that is not Confederate.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But it does have, let's say, colonial connotations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why we skipped it. And November.
I think November's S tier.
We'll do that one last.
Yeah.
I have something to say about November.
I don't know why I skipped it, or just this is how this thing was made.
Yep.
But again, we'll save it for last.
Yep.
Z Zulu. This is, I'm going to say, maybe if you're from a specific culture.
Yeah, I would definitely.
White people beware.
You're in for a scare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're from a very specific culture, maybe. Even then, I'm like, maybe not.
Okay.
And November.
So N November is an S tier name.
It's funny for us.
So hold on. We will explain that.
Yeah.
But I think it is actually like an S tier name.
Yeah. There are several months that
Yeah.
are just genuine names.
Yeah.
April and May probably being the most common, but
Yeah.
I've met Januaries.
Yeah.
I think I've even heard of a December bee.
October has its August has its name because of Augustus.
Yeah,
July
and August are named after people.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I've ever met a person named July.
Yeah.
June is a perfect July name.
Yeah.
What do we feel about November?
Okay, so cards on the table. Our mother's name is April, and as a joke, literally all of our
Her
lives.
birthday is in November.
Her birthday's in November, and as a joke, literally all of our lives. My paternal grandfather, my dad's
her father-in-law.
Her father-in-law has called her November all of our lives.
Yeah, kind of as an in-joke.
Yeah, kind of as an in-joke. So I am absolutely an advocate that it's an S-tier name.
I also just think it's cool.
And I think it's kind of a cool name, yeah.
Okay. Maybe, I kind of feel like this is a little bit of a pick-me. But if you guys say it's an S-tier name, who am I to say that?
Yeah. I would put it no lower than A tier. I think I could be argued down to an A tier, but I think that it's a good name.
No, I don't think it's any different than any of the other month names, other than how common it is.
No.
I don't know if I've ever met a person named October. There are some names that I don't feel like are particularly great names, but there are some months that are.
Yeah.
Including my dear sweet mother, April.
Yeah.
So that means our S tier names, and it is the biggest tier, which means that this person was not incorrect in that the NATO alphabet is a pretty good source for names.
Yeah.
S tier names: Charlie, Delta, Juliet, Mike, November, Oscar, Romeo, Sierra, Victor.
Yeah.
The A tier OK unique pick-me names: Echo, Foxtrot, Quebec, Tango.
Yeah.
The maybe a nickname, not a great legal name, is Alpha, Bravo, Kilo, Papa, Whiskey, X-Ray.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I agree with that.
Only if you're from a very specific culture. India, Zulu.
Yeah.
And maybe don't name yourself Golf, Hotel, Lima, Uniform, Yankee.
I think that's a solid tier list.
Yeah.
I think that we did well.
Yeah.
I think we cooked.
I think we cooked. Good job, everybody.
We ate and didn't leave any crumbs.
So anyway, Rusty, what did you get accomplished while we were doing that?
I leveled up less than I wanted to.
Perfect. Great job.
I'm currently distributing some candy.
All right, and if you want to go see the results of that, Nathan's going to put it in the Discord, !Discord, like I just did in chat. And you can go look at it. Do it yourself, coward. If you do it, yeah, post pictures in there, and we will make fun of you and or agree and or disagree. But yeah, I think that's a solid list we got going. Okay, I have the context of this and of this quote, and it sure is a quote.
I'll also link the original post.
Yeah, you should for context.
Do I have to redo the thing?
I think you. I don't remember. I don't know if I ever.
I've never failed the thing. Sorry.
He did call you out.
Damn it. Man, I like phalanx.
It's a sick Pokemon.
I don't want to fight. I want to get to the button.
I just want to run. Running away.
Oh my god.
There's a third one. Killed the third one too.
You don't have to redo the thing. Good news, everyone.
Good news, everyone.
Good news, everyone. I'm going to lose again.
Good lose, everyone.
Harry is a good trainer.
Hey, remember that time I got inspiration for Cage being in the walls?
Yeah.
Those were good times.
Those good times. And we didn't forget to remember those.
No. No!
No. That frog with a laser.
This is a full party of 6, isn't it?
Yeah, I think Harry's got 6.
It knows Sucker Punch, doesn't it?
It's not a...
Fuck.
It does know Sucker Punch. Can confirm that. It's 5.
Lucario.
Luke Curry.
Lucas Cario.
Fire.
You lost to a Scovillain, idiot. Ooh, defense boost is good.
Same Moxie.
It's gonna wipe me out. Oh no, it didn't.
And he lowered his defenses, so
Mm-hmm.
we'll make this.
I might Hyper Potion to stay in here. It's lowered my special attack twice.
Nah, just wait a turn or two. I promise.
Yeah.
heal on the monkey.
But its close combat did not do a ton, so I can just set up the sweep here. Oh my god. 3 special defense drops.
Dude,
Or special attack drops.
yeah. That's an impressive amount of...
It's actually been the same 2 stats. 3 defense up, special down.
Interesting.
I thought one of them was attack up.
There we go. Okay, we balanced. Somewhat. Got nothing.
Got nothing on me.
Because it's a sharp raise and a low lower, right?
Yeah. One lower.
It's net gain.
Yeah.
I don't care about special defense in this fight. It's going to be weird that Scovillain is the MVP of the hardest fight in the game. That was nothing.
Nothing. Fire.
I am going to grab a hyper potion, or a max potion, actually. Probably. Yeah.
Potion up.
Just in case it crits. Because I'm set up now. This is my fight to lose. He says losingly. There we go.
Yeah, you're good.
It's over.
Dab. Time to fight a car.
Oh no, it's defense. Well, that kind of honks, but
It's shifting gears.
that fight was easy.
When Moxie gets going, it can be real good.
Are you ready for an unskippable cutscene?
And now 17 minutes of cutscene.
That's not fair. It's 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes, and 2 minutes of cutscene.
Yeah, my bad, homie.
Assuming your game doesn't crashes in any of the load zones between.
Did you see that Scarlet and Violet are officially the highest selling Pokemon games of all time?
I think that's specific to Japan.
Yeah, in Japan.
Okay. Fair.
But yes, I did see.
That also doesn't count resale. I bet red, blue, and green, or I guess red and green, if you count how many times they've been played, by different individual people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not that there's a way to judge that metric, honestly, but I imagine that number is enormous.
It also kind of would be like, well, do you consider people that have emulated it, all of the randomizer people that
Yeah. I wonder if there's a game that has been played more modded than natural.
Skyrim?
See, because, Skyrim's probably the closest, but I don't think it actually gets there.
Depends on how you count stuff like Gary's mod.
I don't count Gary's mod. It is a mod. It's not a game.
Maybe an argument could be made for something like Mother 3.
Yeah. An unofficial translation.
Yeah. Yeah, is that a mod?
But also, have there been more unofficial translations of Mother 3 than people playing it in its native language?
That's kind of the question.
Yeah. I don't think there are.
You kind of have to get into the emulator of it all.
Yeah. I suspect that by the time we get to the next Elder Scrolls game, it will be. I don't think we're there with Skyrim, but I think the next one will be played more modded than unmodded. Or, now here, I bet hours played in Skyrim. I bet that does... I bet modded hours of Skyrim played beats unmodded hours of Skyrim played.
There are some games that are also just, unbeatable without mods, or, it's very easy to soft lock yourself without mods that,
KOTOR comes to mind.
Yeah, there are some games that, have game-breaking bugs that, the only way to get by them is... Or you have a high likelihood to soft lock yourself without a mod of some sort. That's the other kind of category of game that I'm thinking of. Possible, Minecraft is approaching that way, but I don't know. Especially for counting, hours played versus number of players.
I bet Minecraft beats it hours played pretty easily.
GTA 5 probably is kind of in a similar...
And then you're getting to the, does GTA Online count?
Okay. Let's go fight the mysterious lead of Team Star. I hope they don't have an absurdly powerful team of unbeatable Pokemon. And not a bunch of mid-tier dogs.
Unbeatable?
Careful there, Nathan. That's getting really close to spoiler territory. I kind of want to try going in without knowing what her lead is. By the way, I think I just swapped to the safest lead for most things.
Director Clive?
He doesn't not have a deep V.
How did he go from the deepest V to taking off that layer to having no V.
Also, where did his pants come from /
Yeah,
go?
did he change pants in front of you? That's probably not appropriate, right? That is what Time should be getting onto him about, not battling on school ground.
Yeah, because people battle on school grounds all the time.
Well, you're not supposed to. Other than outside in the on the actual battle.
Oh, he has a good little yell. Also, I forgot that you had to do this fight.
Give me my money.
I wasn't betting against it, Ian.
I know. As you were approaching, we took a sidebar and we're like, and I was like, did he remember he fights Clive first? And no.
Is this thing part normal?
It is.
Shit. It's fine. Ah! That's not fine. If it knows Zen Headbutt also, I'm going to be a little upset.
I'm about to.
Doesn't it have Reflect Up?
Yeah.
It does.
So you may want to break it.
Rusty.
Oh, yeah, duh. Duh.
I'm about to break.
Everything you say to me.
I'm such an idiot. You're so right.
And, as established previously, we're so white.
Very good. Time for the villain.
It was established both by us admitting to it during the tier list and the fact that we were singing Linkin Park earlier.
Is Linkin Park making a comeback?
They have a new lead singer.
That's right. Okay, because Linkin Park keeps coming up. So
they have a new lead singer, and she's a bit of a controversial pick because apparently she's a Scientologist.
They also did a thing.
Didn't they get into AI or generative AI and NFTs there for a little while?
I think that's mostly a Mike Shinoda thing. I think he likes the AI. I don't necessarily think the band does, but I think because he does, they kind of do. But no, they did. They've got a new album that'll be coming out, but they did a music video for League of Legends Worlds with part of their music.
Get danced, idiot.
And that, last year, Lil Nas X did a song for them as well. So it kind of, and League, no matter how much League is made fun of, League is still probably the biggest game in the world right now. Just
Legal Legends.
Yeah. Not that I could tell you how League actually works.
I can. I've played League.
I know that. I know some generalities. There's 3 lanes. you go up and down lanes, you fight bots and heroes, and you're going to destroy towers or whatever. Yeah, you probably should have gone full attack.
I wasn't 100% sure with the level gap that I was going to outspeed. And my memory was that it has lower defense, and I was kind of hoping I could one-shot it. I knew it was a long shot.
Don't think I lower defense, or kind of high defense, right?
I don't remember off the top of my head.
One of them is, if I remember, one of them's a lot higher than the other. I just don't.
Oof, I really wanted that to kill.
Uh, 65 defense, 114 special defense.
Oh, no, right.
You definitely want to hit it physical.
Yeah.
What I kind of remember about it is it's sort of fragile, wants to shell smash and weak armor.
I was wrong. I knew one of them was kind of high.
Ooh, maybe I should have swapped into Arbaliva. Maybe it doesn't have any non-ghost offensive moves.
Yeah, Shadow Sneak kills here, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. No, but I mean like a long time ago I should have swapped.
Sinistra is 108 defense, or 106 defense, 80 special defense, so it's a little more balanced.
Dude, Matagot is such a fucking good move.
Sinistra's good in doubles.
Yeah. I'm going to attack you, heal my guy, and also burn you.
Good move.
Yeah, that's a lot of things.
I actually used Sinistra on a team that was designed to spread status and then clean up with Hex, Fluttermane.
Oh, yes. Like that.
Ghost type is such a liability.
I think it's pretty good.
It is good.
It's weak to ghost moves.
It is. But I'm never going to say that Dragon's a bad type because it's weak to itself.
I was going to say.
I have a hard take. I have a hot take. I think Dragon's kind of a bad type.
It's not a bad type because of that. It's a bad type because of it was not designed well.
No, I think it's a bad type, and it gets overshadowed by all members of the Dragon family being overpowered. It's a very good defensive type.
It's hard to look at these things in a vacuum. Are you saying, you're designing a new Pokemon, is giving it a Dragon type an asset or a liability? I think that kind of depends. As I've always kind of looked at this question as it's best to look at it from the standpoint of results. And at least in VGC right now, it's pretty much mandatory that you have at least one Dragon type on your team if you want to be. Dual Dragons is a very common team style. I think it's kind of fallen off, but especially early on in the format, the combo of Dragonite Garchomp is.
But neither of those are good because they're dragons.
Like I said, you can argue whether or not that's just they have more numbers. But I think with Garchomp, Dragonite, Dragapult, Baxcalibur, and Archaludon all being very great picks in VGC right now, I think it's hard to argue that Dragon types are bad. Like I said, it's generally it's not. It kind of feels like you have to have at least one of those mons on your team.
I would argue that saying that it's really important that you have at least one Pokemon with extremely high stats is not the argument in favor of dragons that you think it is.
Yeah, and like I said, we can. It's subjective as to how much of that is due to their typing. It's subjective of that is how much of that is due to their stats. But if we compare it to other pseudo legendaries that aren't dragon type, they perform substantially worse. The best is Tyranitar, but you have to be running a very unique team on that, which has seen a lot of success, but I would argue it's fairly anti-meta. And a lot of times, sand teams are still running Garchomp anyway.
Yeah.
But what other pseudo legendaries aren't dragon?
Metagross. And again, Metagross occasionally sees play on Psyspam, but there it's very rare.
And I would argue that the best type is Steel, and one of the best offensive types is Psychic.
Marcos Perez did a video arguing that Ghost was actually the best type.
I think Ghost is a strong type.
It is a strong type.
I think
And that one, I feel like it's more. The argument he was making is more due to the outliers than dragon type, especially the absolute nutty stats on Fluttermane and
Dragonbolt.
well, I was going to say Spectrier, or not Spectrier, Calyrex Shadow.
Okay, yeah, that's
who,
fair.
Who they both have nutty stats. And I think that their success has less to do with being a ghost type than just that they have
Good numbers.
fucking stupid numbers. Though being a ghost type is a boon to them, because being a ghost type gives you fake out immunity. Being a ghost type gives you fighting immunity, which is very relevant right now because Sneasler is the best mon in the format, and
God, Sneasler is a terror right now.
Annihilate is also very strong, who is also a ghost type. Like I said, I don't think that Dragon is an inherently bad type.
I think it's the least well designed type. With the caveat that I think it hits a lot of things neutrally.
The other thing that kind of leads me to think that Dragon isn't a bad type is there are a lot of things that like to Terra into the Dragon type defensive.
Wiggity what? It's Penny.
Yeah. But Terra Dragon is a common Terra type on Golden Go. It's a common Terra type on Big Fish.
Yes, but they're using it defensively,
Yeah.
which I admit it is a very good defensive type.
Yeah.
That was one of the first things I said.
Yeah.
But I think that's really it is objectively its only strength. The only thing it's super effective against is itself.
Yes. But I would say that being a good defensive typing is a benefit.
Mm-hmm.
And one that makes it worth looking at.
But I don't think it makes it worthy of... I don't know. It's a fine type. I'm also not saying that it's a... I guess I did literally say it's a bad type at the beginning. So
I would say that I think it's the least well designed type.
I don't know if I agree with that. It's designed to...
Ice type is there.
Yeah, Ice type is there. And also, it's designed to be a challenge to all four of the starter types.
Yeah. I don't think that's why I think it's not a well-designed type. I think that me saying that even kind of belays what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say that I think that I don't think there's necessarily a quote-unquote bad type. I
Except that ice is there.
Yeah.
The other thing that kind of leads dragon types to be good right now is that there aren't very many good fairy types right now. Fluttermane's out, so your best fairy types are like Primarina.
Yeah, and that bitch is missing like 200 BST to catch him with Fluttermane.
Yeah.
Oh no, my attack!
That's probably not accurate, but now I want to see.
We can look at Picolytics.
Yeah.
I forgot that Umbreon gets synchronized.
Hey, I'm gonna get synchronized. Total is Primarina's total is 530, and then
Baby Lol Eyes is not going to do anything to me.
Regulation H on Showdown, the highest usage fairy type is Alolan Ninetale, 14%.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
Currently ranked number 14.
Okay.
With Primarina right behind it.
So Primarina has 530, so it only has 40 less total BST than Fluttermane. Except Fluttermane has 135 special attack, special defense, and speed.
Just a nutty stats. And then it's Ninetales, Primarina, a pretty substantial gap, Whimsicott. Followed by a gap, Grimmsnarl, gap, Sylveon.
Primarina has 9 less special attack, 19 less special defense.
Oh, I'm still
Yeah.
on Mega Drain, not Giga Drain.
Oops.
Oops. And
I'm still out
Aurora
healing
Beam.
Aurora Beam, so I'm not like too worried about it.
it is Aurora Beam, which I think is 65 base power.
Sounds about right.
There's no way that we can look that up.
Could you guys actually look up where I could get a Giga Drain TM?
Can't.
Or when Arboliva learns Giga Drain? Either one of those would be useful to me.
Does not learn Giga Drain by level up.
Nope. Last thing it learns is Pedal Dance at 58.
Giga Drain.
TM 111.
no.
Area 0. Casseroya Lake. East Province 1. West Province Area 3.
Casaroya's Lake is probably the easiest one for you to tell me how to get there. Oh no.
Does it tell us where any of the items actually are in this one? What?
TM 111.
Yes. You get gifted Hydro from the guy by watch the Dro Pump.
I don't know if I want Hydro Pump right now. I guess I could put it on my pineapple.
He's a good pineapple.
Put it on your Apple Pen.
Pen, pineapple, apple pen.
Dude, Scovillain's kind of been kicking ass.
I was right that Toad Scroll was the best lead. Unfortunately, he got poisoned by me early on.
The thing that has all of the defense. Yes.
Well, the thing that has all of the defense and is ground type.
Yeah. Ground. And again, another good defensive type.
Yup.
Anything that's got a type immunity is good. And if you can just not be hit by a type.
I do think I might sacrifice the Scovillain here and full restore on my boy.
Of course, he would sacrifice the villain.
Yeah, they're the villain.
Only he was chilling like a villain.
Oh my god, Scovillain, you're the goat!
Or the guy used a 70% accurate move. Either way.
That is not the location I thought that was.
It's probably.
Yeah.
You missed again! All skill! Oh, I
All
missed
villain.
too. Damn, all skill and all villain.
And overheat's a 90% chance to hit.
Yeah, that sucked.
Back in the day, Moody did affect evasion and accuracy. They, depending on who you ask, buffed it or nerfed it by excluding those.
It's a buff. I don't think that Pokemon moves should. I think the only way the Pokemon moves should affect accuracy is raising. I don't think there should be any way to raise or lower, or I don't think there should be a way to lower evasion, especially somebody else's. I think that that's the worst part of Pokemon's mechanics.
Raise evasion.
Yeah. Whatever makes me hit less. And yes, that's partially just me bitching, but like...
So you love my tabletop game that I'm making, where accuracy checks aren't a thing. If you choose a move, it just happens.
I'm okay with accuracy check. Like, I'm okay with the trade-off of me clicking Thunder being that it's less accurate. I am okay with that.
Oh, well, I don't have accuracy checks, but I do have a success check.
Yeah.
Moves can fail.
Yeah.
You have
I don't like
crit, success, and fail.
Yeah, I don't like them pressing Sand Attack and my moves becoming the accuracy of my moves becoming worse.
Why did Venoshock do so little damage?
Because it's a 65 base power move.
That's not stat.
That's not stat.
You're
Sylveon
right.
also has very good special defense.
Yeah, Sylveon's. That's like there's. I think that is their highest stat. It's their
Every evolution gets one great stat.
yeah. And it's,
Right.
No.
It's risky.
This is what we do for risky choices. That would have been awesome if killed there.
It would have been. It came really close. I thought it was going to do it. But I will clinch the game with my next move, unless she, hyper potions.
She wouldn't do that.
This is why I think this is exactly why I think priority moves should take priority over items. This exact scenario. It didn't matter, so it was fine. But the fact that she has I have an opportunity to use my skill and knowledge of the game and clinch a win, and she has the ability to take it away by just having an item in her inventory.
Consider this, though. What if Penny has gamer reflexes and just can beat it? Tell me Penny doesn't play Beat Saber.
I'm not going to make that argument. I don't think that her reflexes are relevant in a game of Pokemon.
I've reacted to something in 5 milliseconds before.
So are you going to go for the Pokemon League next, or are you going to go beat a dog next?
We're going to beat a sick dog. No, I do think I'm going to go for the Pokemon League next. I think I'll do Pokemon League tonight, and then we'll do the conclusion next week.
You are doing the optimal speedrun strategy.
Okay.
Do you want to try to... No, you've done all of the Titans, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's done all of them.
Yeah.
He just needs to do the final challenge for each path.
And I've completed one of them.
Yep.
The reason it's speediest to do Arvin last is because you skip a text box, or like a little couple of text boxes where he gathers your friends for the final trip to Area Zero. Makes that sequence just a little faster. If you do him before doing both of the others, he'll go like, well, I need somebody that's really good at battling, and we need somebody who's really good with technology. Do you know anybody like that?
I really think that this game would have benefited from voice acting. It's kind of absurdly silly that it doesn't have that.
So, Rusty, have you finally learned that bullying is bad?
Yeah, I was I was a big old meathead growing up. I hated those nerds. But now I realize that my actions have caused real hurt.
When will you learn?
Your actions have consequences!
You probably spent the entirety of football beating up those skinny little, or your entire day of high school beating up those snivelly little football players because they didn't play Magic like you.
I didn't play Magic in high school.
Fine, Yu-Gi-Oh.
I also did not play Yu-Gi-Oh in high school.
Riverfield's got a football team, right?
It did when no, it didn't while I was a student. It started one the year after I graduated, and then it disbanded a couple of years after my brother graduated.
I figured. I was like, I'm pretty sure they don't have one right.
We still have that enormously expensive football field.
They should pay me to be its coach, and I'll go start football program back up.
Sure.
Dude, I'd run the wing tee and run all over them.
Rusty, you're getting called to the principal's office. You're going to get in trouble.
Yeah, only a little bit.
Major cry. But she gets away with it because, money's fake.
Specifically, this money is fake. Wait, why did I go here?
Visit the nurse.
Why did I visit the nurse?
Oh, nurse. Because it had an exclamation point on it.
Yeah. I mean, that is objectively correct. That is the reason.
Go, hello, nurse.
That's all, right? I've done Starfall. I don't need to do anything else.
I think that's it, man.
I'm not done. I have to meet up with Penny.
You do need to meet up with Penny.
Penifred.
That is her name. Where would Penifred land up on the tier list?
S tier.
And is there an argument for anything besides S tier?
There's a joke being made, but I'm not going to get.
What happened?
What happened?
Oh, nothing, SpongeBob. You just hit another pedestrian.
Like, hey, Scoob, those civilians were unarmed.
Rusty, I gotta say, are you sure you want to be caught on stream making Shaggy references?
What are you talking about? I have no idea what you mean.
On the list.
Norval and Shaggy have two different places on the list, and their locations may surprise you.
Okay, let's do all of the Scooby-Doo main characters. Fred.
You said you wanted the Giga Drain TM?
Yes.
I will direct you. Go over to Cascarafa, the water town near the desert. Zoom in. Zoom in. Okay, so you know where the gym's at? Wrong end. Actually, you see where that handbag is? That one? Yes. To your right is that little kind of...
the green plateau there on the rock.
Yes, you're on it. You're on it.
Yeah, right
That's
there.
it.
This is the gym.
Yeah, I think you are right. Yeah, I was looking at it wrong. I was thinking the gym was there next to the handbag, but you are right. I was the one that...
Clip it. Clip it.
Man, I
was
really...
not the wrong boy.
I keep seeing friends of mine playing Metaphor, and I really want to.
I've watched Zach play.
It looks
I would
dope AF.
I would say a lot of it. The combat is interesting. I don't quite have my head wrapped around how it works. But he says he's having a lot of fun with it.
Is it a metaphor wrapped up in an allegory?
Wrapped up in an anime, boy.
It's a Persona game without all of the weird sexual tension between you and your teachers.
Nah, I don't know.
Oh, I'm sure there's plenty of sexual tension, but it's not across inappropriate power lines.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
You are literally trying to become king.
Right.
Simba.
But you're not a child crushing on your pregnant teacher.
Also like Simba.
Drain.
Ha, get drained, idiot.
Now our believer can do the big suck.
Sinarbit.
Watch, I already had one, didn't I? No, I didn't. Okay.
More importantly, you can now craft it.
Crafty.
You learned Megan Drain.
Do you think I have time to beat the Elite Four in 40 minutes?
Possible.
If we need to go a little long. But, like, there's not really, like, once you get going.
I guess it is kind of one of the quicker ones, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hot Pip Leaf. Do I have anything that really needs it? No.
Oh.
You could put it on, the other one I would maybe suggest is looking to put it on, Toad's Cruel and just survive everything.
Just be as annoying as possible.
Survival.
If you think you need to stall out, you could do it.
I kind of don't, and I'm ready to just move on. I don't want to go hunt up 2 Hoppips, and
Hop it. I get it.
I'm ready to go. Who's the first one?
Rika.
Oh no, the hot one.
This isn't correct. How do I go?
If you pull up your map, we can kind of show you. So,
I need to go around the backside.
yeah, you keep going north. No,
I misunderstood where I was.
yeah. Now you're going the right way. In the hole.
Into the garbage chute, flyboy.
Don't call me that. Please and thank you. It's very offensive to my people.
This funny. Also, that death battle was.
My people being nerds.
Rusty, we knew.
I don't need to fight.
Are these the closest trainers with the highest level gap? Are these two right here?
It's got to be in the running.
It's wild that they let that happen.
I mean,
It's a little funny.
I mean, you could argue like the fact that the optional second rival fight and the pre E4 rival fight in red and blue, but when does that optional fight go away? Does it go away after Brock if you don't do it?
I would have to, but that sounds right.
I was gonna say, I bet Brock is the trigger that would stop that.
That sounds.
They're not accessible at the same time.
Yeah. See, I got shady undercurrents from her all game.
I was convinced she was secret villain.
And I was like, when is she gonna become the villain? And it turns out the secret undercurrent or the shady undercurrents were just that's how you run something that big.
I think it's kind of subtly implied she's a bit of a dick.
Well, like, she's the head of the closest thing to the government that the Pokemon games are gonna have, and it does imply that like a lot of the gym leaders like are kind of sort of being coerced into doing it, and
Yeah.
she's the one doing the coercing.
Also, very funny that Game Freak is making a game where all of the employees are sort of a bit afraid of their overhanging taskmaster.
Not any implications there or anything,
Yeah.
right?
Larry almost feels like a cry for help. I'm not going to read that much into it, but
I love the Larry got Truck-Cooned isekai'd into Pokemon.
Pokemon universe.
Into the Pokemon universe. I want to battle this one girl. Alright, which was the grass gym?
Is that the one that gave me the most trouble?
I kind of remember you sort of struggling against the psychic gym,
Yeah.
but it's been a minute.
Did you have problems against ice? I don't think we did.
No.
I think we kind of discussed if this was you were ever going to have problems against the ice gym, this was the team that was going to have problems with it. But even then, I don't remember it being.
Turns out ice is, in fact, the worst type.
Now, you definitely had more struggle against the Team Star bases than the gym.
Yeah. That ass was in fact grass. Verde.
Oh no. I think it was the grass cat, right?
That sounds about right.
Because he had the fire croc just now. I want to become even stronger and perhaps maybe even use 2 types.
My power has become so great, one type cannot contain it.
Yeah, I like Pokemon.
Good job, kid.
It would have been cool if she called me Skiddo.
Because Giddo's a grass type.
And a Pokemon.
It is. All right, guys. I need to read this Reddit post to you.
Oh god.
I accidentally sent an email to my entire department using testicles in place of obstacles. How the hell do I fix this?
Okay.
The autocorrect just got me, man.
Part of my email, which I sent to the department, nearly 200 people, including the VP, said, and when we can overcome our obstacles, but for some reason I wrote it, when we can overcome our testicles. This just happened. I have no idea what to do now. Please help.
How did the mistake happen, and can you tell the truth about it?
Rusty, I'm going to ask you, which subreddit do you think this is posted to?
Am I the devil?
No.
Okay.
Because the subreddit it's posted to is kind of funny.
Is it oops I emailed /oops I emailed testicles to all of my coworkers?
You know what? If you wouldn't believe it.
Man, she swooshed me with this start.
Yeah, this would be the one where I'd want to have Ludicolo.
Nicolo.
You gonna answer him, Nathan?
The subreddit is Ask Men.
Okay. I'm going to miss because of muddy water. I'm going to kill myself.
Low ring accuracy is dumb and bad.
Yes, sirree. Thought about killing myself.
Yes, sirree. Thought about killing myself.
Did I eliminate Future Sight by killing the Whiscash?
No.
I didn't, did I? It's going to hit me somewhere. I need to swap out of this poison type. No! Oh, it was fine.
Okay, I did.
I'll hopefully kill it, and if not, put up grass. That works for me. Nathan, I want you to watch this part. Oh, damn, I didn't one shot. Oh, it's dirty. Okay.
You wanted you to see him kill that Dawn fan.
That is what I wanted.
No, I think the Dawn fans got it.
Oh, well, you're wrong. I love that you have unwavering faith in elephants. But unfortunately, I've murdered this one.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember.
Yep, it's going to hit me. I'm probably going to flinch. I didn't. Yay.
No, it did.
So it's a Wordle, and they use the word penis, and all of the letters are yellow. So the question I was thinking of is, what is an anagram for penis?
Snipe.
Snipe is the only one I can think of.
Yeah.
I guess pines.
I like misspelling penis,
Yeah.
P-E-E-N-U-S.
PNN.
No, yeah. You're
It's
right.
spine.
No,
I
no.
love you, Ian, but watching you play Wordle is agonizing.
Get the fuck over it. I did this too.
Well, this is stupid.
Cage says he disagrees with us and thinks that Kilo is a great name.
I kind of like Kilo too, but it's okay.
Protect protects toxic?
Yep.
Is protect good?
Yes. Extremely.
In VGC, it's probably the best move.
Pretty rare that this happens.
What?
And you
bad. You
You
poison.
poison a Clodsire.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because it's normally immune.
Excuse me.
Man, that was double damage. Oh!
Okay, now that I'm looking at the tier list, I do think Kid Named Hotel is kind of funny. That being said, don't name yourself Hotel.
Yeah, I wasn't giving kids names. I was giving adult names.
Next up is Steel, right?
It
I
is.
believe the child is.
It is, baby.
And then I have to fight some birds.
That's gonna be rough.
It is going to be rough. I kind of forgot about the birds, TBH.
Me when I'm thinking of Alfred Hitchcock films.
Don't be nasty.
I wasn't trying to be nasty. I was just having fun with the fact that he has a movie named The Birds.
Oh. There was a different joke that I thought you were making.
I promise that I don't always make horrible, degenerate jokes. Sometimes I just like to have fun with homophobes.
Well, there was a line going on screen that I thought you were reacting to. And that's all I'll say.
It was a reference to the Alfred Hitchcock movie, The Birds.
Yes, I understand now.
A very timely hip and happening with it reference. Because I am down with the thing that the kids are into these days. I have my finger on the pulse of the zeitgeist.
I want.
Which, if it's a geist, that implies that it's dead and therefore has no pulse. Maybe I've undermined my own point.
You're so cool, Nathan. I'm going to die. It knows earthquake. It doesn't. Or it was only here to put up rocks.
What is the child's name?
Poppy.
All the characters are named after.
It does not know Earthquake.
It did know a ground move.
Under pressure.
Why did the green head use flamethrower?
I made
The
that.
green head should use the grass moves, and the red head should use the fire.
I made that reference like I don't know, probably 6 months ago now. I don't know how long we've been playing.
We've been at this for a minute. I keep on skipping. Sorry.
But, like, yeah, I did clock that very early into us having Scoville.
Special attack keeps falling.
The moody giveth, the moody taketh away.
Ow. Fortunately, my defense is rock hard. I'm going to go ahead and set up. This late in the fight.
Yeah, I don't know why you didn't have it up the entire time.
Well, because she led with Cobrastryke, and I thought she was going to earthquake me to death before I could set up. That's literally why. I thought I had to one-shot the Cobrastryke in order to live.
Earthquake's neutral.
Hey, you got an attack.
There's a spec.
Enter the zone. Burn.
Do you think we'll ever get an alternate evolution called Magnus 2? Since this one is Magnus 1?
Ah, okay. I understand the reference you're making now. It was bad and stupid, but I understand it.
I remember back in the day before Diamond and Pearl was brought over to the West, looking up the names of the Pokemon in Japanese, and Magnezone's always stuck out to me because its name is Jibacoil, which I always thought was cool.
Yeah, that's rad.
Magnemite is coil, Magneton is recoil, and Magnezone is Jibacoil.
What does the Jiba stand for there?
I think it means.
So we're calling him Big Coil. My man, Big Coil. Big man, Big Coil.
Stop. Oh, she swoosed herself.
No, Jiba means magnetic field.
Magna Coil.
Jibaku means self-detonation.
Ow.
Damn.
She crit.
Yeah, I know, but got your ass.
That is the threat when you're relying on stat boosters. Sometimes you get critically hit.
Bonk.
Man, you want this light screen to go down.
Yeah, it's fine, though.
Speaking of bonk. She's gonna...
Bonk.
That boy ain't right.
Took the wrong one in.
Yeah.
Yes, sirree. Thought about killing myself.
I know that it's down. I just want this thing dead, and I have a super effective priority move.
You didn't send out the wrong Pokemon.
No, I think...
Like, my thought was Brick break the screen down, and then the screen went down on its own. And I was like, I still have Mach Punch.
You do still have Mach Punch.
No. No, I think you put...
You picked the right mon.
Yeah. Breloom was all like...
Okay, I'll pull up.
I mean, Scovillain was the right Pokemon, but she put up Light Screen and then crit.
I mean,
Scovillain put in work. Well, we're not going to say...
Scovillain still took out like 4 Pokemon? 3, 4? Something like that?
No, absolutely put in the work.
Yeah. Scovillain absolutely did his job. Now it's time.
Yeah, I'm a little bit worried about this fight, guys. Not gonna lie.
He's gonna use that briefcase and he's gonna beat you to death with it.
Hello, it's me, Larry. All right. 32 revives. Think that's enough?
No.
We'll find out. You'll find out. I'm about to summon it.
Alright. Who's the lead here?
I'm not done fixing my moves.
He's just a man.
I might just hope for Fickle Beam spam. I do think that's my best start. What TMs do I have? I did not plan for this fight. For ice and rocks.
You know, Ludicolo gets ice.
Yeah, I know, but Ludicolo is also behind.
Just dump all of your candy into him.
I already did that beginning of the stream.
Yeah.
That's the thing about having multiple Pokemon is they're all good picks. So, like, what do I pick?
Ooh. On my quad week to this fight, Mon.
It's also 80 accuracy. I don't think a rock move on him is a bad choice.
No, it's not bad.
The problem is if you're using your 4x weakness in this fight.
Things have gone wrong.
Yeah, my goal was to not use him. I do think I'm going to lose this fight, guys.
No, then you lose.
I'm not over leveled enough. I fully forgot about this.
Worst case scenario is you lose, grind up, and try again.
Yeah. Well, if I lose here, that's the end of stream for tonight, and we'll get it next. We'll get him next time. Also, now I know his lead is Tropius, and I could have led with Scovillain.
Yeah. I definitely didn't look that up and thought about saying something, and I'm like, nah.
If Rusty wanted to know, he would have asked.
Yep.
You got a crit. That's kind of like the power.
Yeah. What hits harder, going all out or critting?
Critting is a 1.5 times boost. I think going all out is a double.
I've crit twice.
Pretty dope.
And Sunny Day is up.
It's a double.
What if you crit on going all out?
And that'd
It
be
doubles.
160 times 1.5.
Oh, I'm dead. Oh, I'm not dead.
I'm shocked you survived it.
I should not have.
It's an Altaria, so
It wasn't stab. Altaria doesn't have great offensive stats. And Hydrapple has high stat.
yeah.
I'm not going to outspeed this Staraptor.
But taking down 2 flying types is a lot to ask of a Hydrapple, so it did a good job.
Sunny Day is up.
Sunny Day is up.
I think I'm just dead here. Yep.
Staraptor has high speed, high attack. And Brave Bird hits like a truck. Do any of your guys... Can you Terra out of... does Toadscroll have Terra Ground?
It does. That is a good call.
Terra Ground, and then use Foul Play.
Or Toxic.
Yeah, 120 base attack. It's pretty high.
Pretty high.
Holy shit, that's like really good for a beginning bird.
Staraptor's really good.
What change? Oh, they gave it more stat. They give it 10 more special
They
defense.
get a slight buff in Gens.
Yeah.
Not cute.
Yeah.
What flavor of Oricorio is this?
Do you want to know?
Is it electric?
Yep.
Hell yeah, it is.
Press the toxic button.
Yeah. I think you're right.
Well, just Oricorio has pretty good special attack, but not pretty good attack. But it does hit the teeter. Which sounds like a euphemism for something.
Everybody in the club gets it.
Well, I do have it walled here. It looks like.
That's a good dodge.
That's a good dodge. Now, with full restore, your boy. Full restore does get rid of the confusion. Why I said it.
Gotcha. I did not know. I thought it only did
Nope.
the ones that show up on the UI.
Nope. It does that one as well.
Ugh. Nasty.
Yeah, but you'll hit him this time.
No, I won't.
And by him, I mean yourself.
Nasty.
Confusion self damage is like a 60-40 roll too. So you got fairly unlucky there. 240% in a row.
Yeah, you think so? I have 12 of these.
He's gonna keep dancing.
It's the only move he really has. I'm not actually that mad.
Yeah.
I would legit rather be spammed with Teeter Dance than Air Slash.
I understand that.
Because Air Slash has a chance to flinch. Flamicus.
Amigas.
Flamigulus.
He's gonna be your Flamaster.
Stop that.
This isn't his. It is. Well, shit. I was hoping to aerial ace the fighting type. I thought his ace was Staraptor, or what, like a bird.
His ace in...
In the gym battle is Staraptor.
Yeah.
Also, flamingos are birds.
Yes, but you know what I mean.
Nope.
I'm not sure that I do.
Nathan, he means a birdie or bird.
Again, I'm not sure what I understand what you mean.
A bird that's more birdie, Nathan.
He hits hard, too.
That is what it do.
That is what Flamigo exists to do. To hit hard.
Oh! Well, if it just uses Brave Bird over and over again, I can...
Eventually, the math is just going to work out in such a way that it's going to kill itself.
Yeah. So I'll give it a ton of HP to work with. Oh, well, that's going to help it. But whatever.
Is it?
Unless it dies right now because I gave it so much HP. My boy coming in clutch.
You'll notice it didn't heal.
Oh, because it's flying.
Yep.
I was thinking because it was touching the ground is normally how it works, but because it's pure flying also.
Even if it hadn't terrored, it would still not get healed because.
Oh, just flying, period?
Yes. Any
Okay.
flying or levitate mon does not interact with terrain.
Gotcha.
Now, if they're holding a terrain seed, that still does get activated, but they are exempt from the effects of the terrain. How the how the Elite Four work is they have 4 Pokemon from previous generations, and then the Pokemon from this generation is the one they tear.
Gotcha. I legit want his jacket cape.
His jape.
His blazer cape. His bape.
Case.
I do think that I want to call it for tonight. I think this is a good stopping point.
Staring down dragons.
Staring down dragons. Yeah. So we will come back with this next Thursday.
Probably not next Thursday.
Oh, right.
It be
Next Thursday is holiday.
Yes. Essentially a Thursday afternoon.
We have, in the intervening time, we have Baldur's Gate modded on Sundays.
Yeah.
That Nathan and Keish have been heading up.
Yeah.
And Spencer and I have been running through her playthrough of Dragon Age. Eventually, we plan to once we're done with her playthrough, we plan to have a big ol' sit down and just go through all of the lore entries of that game, and just like talk about. There'll probably be a lot of them that were like, okay, that's interesting, and we'll just read it. But there's a lot of them that's like, okay, what does this mean though? Because there's it digs deep. I was looking at it a little bit on my main save, and there's some juicy stuff there. So we will be doing that eventually with Dragon Age.
Neat.
And with that
New
being
Pokemon
said,
will come out at some point.
with that being said, yeah, new Pokemon will come out eventually. New Monster Hunter will come out eventually.
Yep.
See ya.
Bye.